Is your corporate LMS a digital museum that nobody visits? Are your recruitment processes a great wall of China designed to scare off the best candidates? And did Google just execute the traditional training room? These aren't clickbait headlines. This is a report from the talent war battlefield in 2025. In today's episode, the end of the LMS era, we will dive deep into how Google in one move made 30 years of a learning platform development look like an ancient history. This isn't evolution, it's a revolution. The Great Candidate Escape. We will analyze why 6 out of 10 people abandon your recruitment process halfway through, and why AI, which was supposed to be a solution, become part of the problem. The new strategic role of L&D. I will show you why your job is no longer about creating courses, but about designing talent highways across the entire organization. So let's begin. Alright, let's start with the earthquake that Google just gave us. I'm talking about Gemini for education. If you think this is just another educational app, you are wrong. This is a public declaration of war on the one-size-fits-all model. What does it really do? It turns every student and every employee into a personalized learning machine. It gives them tools that L&D departments have dreamed of for years but tried to build themselves in closed systems. What we have here: 24/7 AI tutors who explain materials in any way, at any skill level, no more trainers having to average the level of the group. Instant, adaptive quizzes that not only check knowledge but also identify gaps and immediately suggest material to fill them. And visual explanations that break down complex processes or products into simple parts in a second. Imagine onboarding a new salesperson. Instead of putting them in a training room for 3 days and boring them with presentations, you give them access to Gemini, powered by your entire knowledge base of products, case studies, and competitor analysis. This person can simulate conversations with clients, ask the trickiest questions, and get real-time answers. This isn't training. This is a personal performance coach in the pocket. You think this only applies to complex roles? Wrong. Look at Google Translate. They just introduced practice mode. This is no longer a passive tool, it's an interactive language coach. You listen, you repeat, and the AI gives you instant personalized feedback.
Oh, that's so kind of you. If you can, that'd be great.
Oh, eso es muy amable de tu parte. Si puedes, sería genial.
Hola, señor Gómez. Tengo un poco de hambre. ¿A qué hora suelen tener el almuerzo o la cena?
This is Duolingo on steroids, built into a tool that billions of people use. Your English course for employees just become awkwardly outdated. And now, let's compare this with the reality of your departments. Phil Hill, an EdTech market analyst, just published the history of 30 years of LMS systems. 30 years! Do you remember SCORM? The entire philosophy of these systems was based on control, centralization, reporting. We created digital fortresses where we locked up knowledge, and then we measured how many people kindly look at it. We built digital graveyards for PDF files and videos. For 3 decades, we optimized a model that Google just blew up with a single move. Because the future of learning is not about centrally managing content, but about giving employees smart, open tools for self-development within their workflow. The conclusion for L&D? Brutally simple. Your role as a course creator has just died. It's time to become architects of learning ecosystems. Your job is no longer to produce another PowerPoint training. Your job is to find, test, integrate, and promote tools like Gemini in people's daily work. Stop being a knowledge gatekeeper. It's time to become its curator, facilitator, and strategist. Your KPI is no longer the number of training hours, but the time to full productivity. Logic suggests that since learning is becoming so simple and accessible, acquiring and developing talent should be easier, right? Well, no. In this area, we are stuck in an absurd self-repeating crisis. Okay, let's start from the candidate's perspective. A new report from HR Dive is crashing. Almost 6 out of 10 candidates quit your job application before finishing it. Why? Because it's too long, too complicated, and it forces them to retype data from their CV into the old-fashioned forms. 41% of them are convinced their CV will never reach a human anyway. And you know what? They are right, because on the other side we have the companies. Another study shows that 1 in 3 companies in the US expect AI to fully manage their hiring process by 2026. Already, 57% of companies use AI to scan CVs for initial tests and for automated communication. Do you see this toxic paradox? You buy smarter and smarter AI systems to filter thousands of applications, and these systems create such an inhuman, frustrating experience that the best candidates don't even finish the process. This is producing a problem on a massive scale. Your recruitment process, which is the first point of contact with your employer brand, screams to the candidate, "We don't respect your time." But that's not even the worst part. The worst part is that this whole process is based on fundamentally flawed assumptions. As report says, mass applying with a CV is an empty, worthless activity. It's spamming the job market. Real career building in the 21st century is about strategic thinking, building a personal brand on LinkedIn, contributing to open source projects, and creating a portfolio. Meanwhile, your recruitment systems are optimized for keywords in a Word document, not for the real potential and strategic thinking of a human being. You are creating a system that is frustrating, inefficient, and filters people based on skills that AI will soon take over. This is strategic suicide. The conclusion for L&D? Your work starts long before the employee's first day. You have to leave your silo and step firmly into the HR department. You must be the owners of the competency framework in the company. You need to define what competencies of the future you are looking for: creativity, adaptability, critical thinking, emotional intelligence. And then you have to help build a recruitment process that verifies these competencies instead of filtering CVs for the phrase proficient in MS Office. Your role is to build a talent pipeline, not just patch up skill gaps in people who were hired by someone else in a flawed process. Alright, let's put this all together, because these are not separate news items. This is one consistent picture of the new reality. The world of learning has exploded. Personalization and AI tutors are not the future, they are the present. Your old centralized controlling L&D model is dead. That's period. The world of recruitment has imploded. You have automated the process to the point of absurdity, creating a frustrating barrier that pushes away the best candidates and promotes bad job-seeking strategies. The L&D department has found itself in the middle of this collision. You are the bridge between the outside world, where talent learns in a new way, and the inside world, which is still trying to recruit and manage the old way. Before we finish, I have 3 questions for you, and I want to see a real discussion in the comments. If your employee can learn Spanish on Google Translate faster, cheaper, and more effectively than in your company course, then what value are you really providing? Since 6 out of 10 candidates run away from your recruitment process, do you really believe the problem is with them? Or maybe your process is the biggest enemy of the talent acquisition? And at the end, most importantly, is your role in a company still a training provider, a reactive person who fulfills managers' requests, or is it already a strategic business partner who shapes the entire talent lifecycle in the organization, from designing recruitment to developing the leaders of the future? Let me know what you think. Subscribe, because in a month this landscape will look even different. See you, and remember, make sure you have adapted.